Hello everyone, I'm Ken, a librarian at the Hinton Municipal Library, and today I'd like to show you how to use TumbleBooks. First we'll need to open up a browser. Whatever one you usually use will work. I'll be using Google Chrome. Then we'll need to go to the library's homepage at hintonlibrary.org. Now we'll click on e-resources and type in TumbleBooks. Now you'll need to log into your library account. Click Login. Then enter your barcode found on your library card and your PIN. Your PIN should be the last 4 digits of the phone number that you gave to the library when you registered. When you've done that, click Submit. Now that we're logged in, we'll search for TumbleBooks again. Scroll down and open TumbleBooks. On the main page, we can see curated lists of materials on different themes or topics. If we go into one of these collections, we can see all the books that were grouped together. If you like, you can sort the books using these drop-down bars. We can search for books using Tumble search on the top right of the page. Here we can search for books by their title, author, subject, language, or other quality. If we type something into this bar, we may get some predictive results. And we can click Go to go to the resources then in the search results. Some of the search options have drop-down bars, and you can again click Go to see the resources. We can also see a full list of the resources available by clicking on the index. Here we can click on the letter of the alphabet to see all materials starting with that letter, or sort by title, author, or type. Now let's take a look at some of the storybooks available. Again, these are separated into collections for your convenience. There are a few kinds of storybook formats available on TumbleBooks. The first is a video format. Here on the details page, you can see some information about the book. For example, we can see the description of the book, the author, illustrator, and so forth. You can make a playlist of resources or add it to your favorites, and we'll explore those two options later. To start the book, click on Play Video. Here, we can adjust the audio levels of the book, even muting it. We can play and pause the video, and even jump to other sections in it. There's also a button to go full screen. By clicking on these 3 dots, you also have the option to download the video. You should not distribute the downloaded file for copyright reasons, but it might be a good option for you if you expect it to be without internet. For example, maybe you'll want to download a few videos on your phone for a road trip. Picture-in-Picture will put the video on the bottom right of your screen, and then you can navigate to other stories while it's playing. If you click on this button, it goes back into the tab, and then we can close it. Now we'll check out another format. Again, the details page gives us a bit of information about the work. Click on Read Online to open the book. Before we start the book, let's look at some of the controls that we have. We have a choice of automatic or manual control. This controls the progression of the book. In automatic, the book will digitally flip its own pages, whereas in manual it will pause after the reading and animations are completed, and we will have to click on the arrows to continue. These books do have readers, but we can click on this volume button to turn them on or off if we wish.
The early bird wakes Bailey up. It's time to start the day and get ready for school.
Now let's check out a read-along story. Again, they do have some categories for you to browse. Once you've selected a book to read, click on the cover and then go to Read Online. Read-along stories have optional narration with the text of the book by clicking play.
Blackstone Audiobooks presents Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery.
We will automatically be brought to the next page as the storyteller gets to the end. But we can also manually go back and forth through the pages with these arrows. We can go to different chapters with this menu. And we can make bookmarks here. TumbleBooks will not remember where you left off when you close the book, so be sure to make a bookmark if you're returning to the book later. TumbleBooks lets us change the look of the text, such as size, spacing, or font. We can also change the color of the background or the text. You can also add notes when you read or listen to the story, and each chapter will have its own. Now let's close this and look at the ebooks. Ebooks look and function the same as read-alongs, but don't come with a narrator. Alternatively, they might look like the graphic novels, which we'll explore now. Again, to open an ebook, click Read Online. Unlike the earlier books, the graphic novels on TumbleBooks are laid out on the same page, and we can read further by scrolling down. We have two menus at the top, one to change chapters, or to jump around in pages. The arrows also change the chapters. Let's move on to the Nonfiction Resources. Like the storybooks, these may either be video or text. The text is a bit different here, so let's open one up. Here we have arrows on either side to go forward or backward in the book. We also have an index, which we can use to jump around to any section. On many pages we have this little home icon, which we can use to get back to the index. And that's all you need to know about the Nonfiction Resources. All of the resources under videos function like any of the videos we talked about during the Storybook resources. But I can tell you a little bit about the playlist feature now. To build a playlist, we'll have to get a couple resources together by selecting Add to Playlist on the Details page. Once we have a few videos, we can click on Playlist on the top menu bar. Now click on the TumbleBooks player, and the videos will play in the order that we added them.
Oh, baby elephant,
We can play and pause with this button. We can also skip ahead forwards or backwards with these buttons. I believe it takes us about 10 seconds forward or backward in the video. Clicking on Previous Book brings us to the previous video, and Next Book to the next video. I had some errors with the Delete Book button, so I don't currently recommend pressing it. If you want to remove a video from your playlist, you can go back to the playlist and click on Remove. The Favorites feature works similarly in that you can select favorite resources and find them all in one place later. language learning section has a variety of the formats we've already seen: read-alongs, graphic novels, videos, and so forth. All of them are either in Spanish or French. If you're looking to compare the Spanish or French work with an English work, it's worth checking out the playlists. Some of these pre-made playlists will play the work twice, once in English and once in another language. Using these playlists is the same as the playlist that we created before. These pre-made playlists are on a variety of themes and may be a series of books read one after another. For example, the Bears playlist is a series of stories including The Bears We Know and A Camping Spree with Mr. McGee. Finally, let's check out the puzzles and games. They come in three varieties. There are sentence games, where you listen to a story and choose an appropriate image that shows the description of the action. There are memory games, where you flip over cards to find matching pairs. And finally, there's sliding tile puzzles, where you scramble and then rebuild an animated picture. And that's all of TumbleBooks at a glance. We hope that you will check it out soon. If you found this video helpful, have any questions, or ideas for future videos, please let us know. We also appreciate any likes, subscriptions on YouTube, or reactions to our social media posts. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting your local library.